a little bit of the behind the scenes. What was like the day-to-day? Like, how did it operate? What do they tell you? How does that look, if you don't mind sharing?
Yeah, I can share that. That's fun. So what we usually do is...
All right, welcome back to Clearview's podcast, where culture meets conversation. It's your boy Bishki Baby and my A1 Day One co-host, Mr. Tim Big Daddy Simmons. Today we have a very special guest coming all the way from South Carolina. You may have seen him on TV. He was a contestant, top 20 of The Voice. The one, the only Stee. Welcome, Stee.
What is going on, fellas?
Appreciate you coming on, man.
Thank you. You have no idea. I'm happy.
We're happy to have you, man. We're honestly happy to have you. Thank you so much for coming. I know you came from South Carolina. I know you've been out here for work, in the studio, cracking away, doing some collaborations.
Yes.
But I just, you and I, we met under odd terms. It wasn't like a typical meeting, but I loved your vibe, man, and I appreciate you, your willingness to come on and do the show with us.
I appreciate you inviting me on.
We're happy to have you, man.
I was blown away.
Yeah, we're absolutely happy to have you.
So people that recognize you are going to probably recognize you from a very popular show called The Voice, where you were a contestant. So kind of tell us about that experience, man. Kind of tell us a little bit more about you coming into the music world. Where did you kind of find that passion to start singing?
My passion for singing wasn't a passion for singing, actually.
Really?
No, I didn't want to sing. But I come from a musical family. Okay. I enjoyed singing, but I never saw singing as my career. When you have two parents that do music and they do it like at an excellent level, like my father, he had 7 scholarships to go to college for music, like for vocal coaching, and my mom had one. I had a scholarship to do it. So for me, coming into the industry and you have like everybody that knows your parents, the first thing that they're going to do is compare you to them.
Yeah.
So I was just like, nah, I'm going to be an engineer.
Really?
Oh, really?
What I wanted to be.
No kidding.
What
kind of engineer?
I wanted to be, I wanted to work on trains. It was specific locomotives. I was obsessed with trains.
Gotcha.
So of course mechanics, but I wanted to work on trains.
Right.
I wanted to push the locomotive industry forward. Yeah. And it didn't happen because the music caught up to me anyway.
That's great.
Yeah, it just
sounds like it's genetic for you guys.
Yeah, it is in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
It is, and you have to, especially in our family, if you do music, you will do it in a very high level because everybody does,
right?
And you just need to match. It's just like if you come out of a sports family,
sure.
You're gonna meet everybody.
Did they push you into it?
No.
Oh wow,
No.
That's surprising. Because typically, when a family is predominantly, either like a sports family or a musically inclined family, they're gonna like, hey, you need to follow in these footsteps. So they let you find that route, that path your own.
100%.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah, I think that they actually didn't want me to be in the music industry.
Really?
Yeah, I would say that would be probably pretty difficult.
Yeah.
And the struggles that parents feel.
Yeah.
They're kind of like, man, I don't know if I want my kids to go through that.
Yeah.
He nailed it. He was like, he said, man, my dad always used to say, man, I went through shit so you didn't have to.
Yeah, all that stuff.
And then when I did, he was like, dang on it. So yes, it just kind of happened.
Yeah. Honestly, though, a lot of that shit is what made him who he is.
Amen.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like we try to hold our children back from doing the thing that we did, but that's actually what made you great, is that struggle.
Yeah.
So we need to push our kids to be going through them struggles,
He's right.
Yeah. No,
amen. Because it really, I had my own set of struggles.
Yeah, no doubt.
I did miss all the landmines that he missed because he told me about them, and my mother too. But I'm happy that I went through a lot of things I went through because it made me the artist businessman that I am.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think anyone that has made it, even in the music industry, had a just an easy path. You know what I mean? I'm sure a lot of the artists that have gotten to where they're at now, where they are superstars in their own right, they had to go through some struggles, obviously.
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
It's hard not to do it in this industry.
Yeah,
I bet.
Bro, just being a public figure, period, brings the struggles, period. You got them haters that hating.
Oh, big time.
My gosh.
So what would you say is that moment that shifted the focus from engineer to, hey, I do want to pursue music?
Well, I'll tell you, it was a two-parter. I looked at everybody as very unattainable because the first thing I ever saw was unattainable, which was my parents.
Gotcha.
So then after that, you see people you admire like Michael Jackson or Prince or, Janet or whoever.
Yeah.
And you're like, man, they're so great. Never going to be that.
Right.
Never going to be that. But there was one thing that happened. I saw this kid. He came out of Baltimore. I'm from DC, as you know, and I was watching 106 in Park. I'm 13 years old. I watched 106 in Park on BET every day after school, doing my homework, and we would see the new joint videos that would come on. And there was a kid. His name was Mario. And Mario is famous for the song "Let Me Love You."
Yeah, I love that song.
So he was brand new, and I remember the AJ was one of the hosts.
Yeah,
he said, "Yeah, it's this new kid from Baltimore." And I immediately looked up at the TV and I was like, who made it out of Baltimore at 15 with a record deal?
Right.
And then I heard him and saw him and he was incredible.
Yeah.
Like Mario was one of those singers that reminded me of being a kid when Brandy and Tevin Campbell and Usher and all them came out, but he was my generation. So he was the first person I ever saw that I saw myself in.
Yeah.
And that was the moment I was like, I think I want to do it.
Yeah, that's attainable.
It's attainable.
Yeah, right.
Or I can see myself that way. I never want to. I never want to bring Mario down.
Yeah,
that's not what I'm doing. But he was the first person I saw.
Yeah.
That I was like, oh, I can do that. You see somebody like Prince or Michael Jackson.
Yeah, that's right.
It's just another level.
Super
what do you mean? I'm Bobby Brown.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, my God, and they're all my dad's generation. Like literally, they're all my dad's age.
Yeah.
So I was like, they just remind me of my parents. I said, that's just too much. But seeing a 15-year-old, I was 13, he was killing. I was like, oh.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Now I want to do it.
That's amazing. Yeah. That's amazing. Yeah. So at what age was that for you?
13.
13?
Yep, 13 years old. I was 8th grade.
Were you singing by yourself or you singing like?
Yeah, so actually we always sang. We always did sing in the house. My sister was actually the singer.
Okay.
She's got perfect pitch. She can play. She can write. She's written for people.
Wow.
And she was always the singer, but I never wanted to be left out. So I was always like, I would see my mom and her doing the little, la 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 la.
Yeah.
I was like, oh shoot, what are we doing?
Yeah.
My turn. And I had a great voice, as a kid.
Awesome.
And so I only started singing because she would do it and then we would do harmonies together.
Yeah.
So I learned how to do harmony in real time because with her.
Yeah.
But we would just sing in the house. And a lot of people say, oh, did you start off in church? I actually didn't. I didn't sing in church.
Wow.
At all. I'd sing for a year.
Yeah.
Right.
And my dad was like, he was over the music for a year and I sang a little bit there. But no, I didn't grow up around singing wise, I didn't grow up around any of that actually. I'm very, very different in that way.
Yeah.
A lot of my singing inspirations are more jazzy than any jazzier than anything.
Okay. And when you started your path in music, what did you focus in more? Where were you getting your reps in or at?
I wasn't getting my reps in, and I will always tell you, kids, if you want to do something, please do it in the industry you want to be in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I needed to be doing it more because I had extreme stage fright and anxiety, which would always handicap my performances. And it would never allow me to be great. So I would sing one event and then I wouldn't sing for 10 months.
Right.
And I would do another event.
Right.
So
it's brand new again.
It's brand new again.
Yep.
It never got cool. We were never cool.
Right.
So my father sat me down. He was like, listen, man, if you really, because it was getting, I was talking about it. He was like, listen, if you want to do it, you got to get in it. You really, really have to just get in it. You need to be performing every week. Every week, couple times a week, you need to take everything.
Yeah.
And I remember him telling me that, and I would be like,
Yeah.
But I knew people that wanted it that bad.
Yeah.
They were like, oh, is there a talent show? I'm doing it.
Yeah.
Oh, you need somebody to sing at your birthday? I'm doing it.
Right. Gotcha.
I was not that person.
Gotcha.
And it's kind of coming back around. We'll talk about that later. But I would do nothing. I would do nothing. I'd be like, I said, when the opportunity comes, I'll just do it then.
Yeah.
I said, that's not how you become successful.
Right.
Right.
Yeah. Opportunity comes once every 10 months.
Yeah, once every 10 months. And then in between is going to come 5 times and you're never going to be ready because you're not doing it.
Yep.
Yeah.
So we just I got my stuff together and started doing it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Awesome.
That's such a really important point. I think, especially in today's world, is a lot of people, they kind of want maybe things either handed to them or they expect it to present itself. And you do have to, one, be prepared. So it's like, if you stay prepared, you don't have to get prepared, right? You know what I mean? That kind of thing, that type of mindset. And then two, it's like, no one's going to hand you anything in this life. Like no one's going to come up to your door and be like, here's your deal, or here's the dream that you've wanted to pursue forever. It's like, you have to go after it, man.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
100%.
So speaking of that, what was that point where you're like, you know what? I'm going to audition for The Voice.
Oh God. Well, we need to rewind a little bit.
Okay.
So actually, The Voice was the first time I ever auditioned for The Voice was 2014.
Okay.
But prior to The Voice, I actually auditioned for American Idol.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So I decided I was going to be a singer at 13.
Yeah.
And at 13 years old, I had no work ethic. It was ridiculous.
Right.
I built the work ethic and then I started going for things.
Nice.
So I actually auditioned for season 5
Wow.
of
Wow.
American Idol. And I was like a teenager. I think I was probably too young, but I think we finessed it a little bit. I don't know how we did that. It was my first time ever getting rejected. It was bad.
Yeah.
It was bad.
Yeah.
And I remember my mom was trying to like console me, and my dad was like, he said, "Nah, leave him alone.
Yeah. Let him go through it. Let him go through it.
Let him feel it."
Yeah.
It was
Good dad.
bad.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I immediately auditioned for Idol again, the very next city, which was actually closer to my house. The first city I auditioned was Chicago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I went to Chicago, and then we came back home, and then I auditioned in it was like North Carolina or South Carolina, one of those. It was really, really close. And that was the first time I got through the initial audition.
Okay, nice.
So back in the day, it was like 10,000 people would show up.
Right. Yeah. Massive.
And it was like 7-8 tables and 2 producers on each table. And it was like, you 4 come up, sing. Thank you for trying out for American Idol. Goodbye. You 4 come up. But then I'll never forget, I sang. It was like, listen, all of you guys are so talented. You know, we're really looking for the strongest this season. Thank you guys so much for auditioning. Stee, you stay. I was like,
Yeah.
I was like, what?
Yeah.
What?
I bet.
And this is another cool thing. If any American Idol fans are watching this, I actually was sitting with Kelly Pickler
Wow.
for that season. So Kelly Pickler ended up doing big things.
Yeah.
But then I got cut after that.
Gotcha.
So you made it through the first cut?
Through the first cut. So there's 3 cuts to get to TV at all.
Okay.
And I made it through the first cut. That was a big deal.
Right.
Yeah.
Because if you audition with 10,000, 11,000 people, they're not letting in that many people.
Sure. No, definitely not.
They're never letting in that many people. So when you get through, it's like a big deal. I remember when people would get through, people would be like, ah!
Yeah.
Like
For
from the
sure.
stands.
Yeah.
And I remember they gave me the yellow ticket, and I was like, and everybody was
Yeah.
like, woohoo!
Yeah.
And I ran the wrong way. You know, the security guy was like, no, that way. I'm like, oh, my bad. Ah! You know, that was exhilarating.
Yeah, I bet.
So
yeah.
it would be a bunch of no's after that.
Mhm.
But then we fast forward to 2014, and that was the first time I auditioned for The Voice. My best friend drove me there, and it was in Atlanta. I'd been to Atlanta like once. And it was another thing. It was a totally different experience, though. They were in this office building, this weird office building, and they set you in a table, and you sat at the table. And then there was a producer that would come in, and it was like, okay, you go.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. And you stand up and sing, you sit back down. They were like, thank you so much. If we want you, we'll give you a call back. Have a good day.
Whoa.
That was crazy.
Can you really find someone's talent in that?
Yeah, you can find the vibe you're looking for, because I'm pretty sure they have like a docket of what it is that they're looking for, what the season's supposed to be.
Gotcha.
And the moment they
So they have
look
like a
at you,
theme season almost.
Exactly.
Yeah.
seems like it.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, especially going through it, it
Yeah.
seems like it.
Yeah.
It may not be themed, but it's definitely vibed.
You're right. Gotcha.
It's like a vibe.
For sure.
Yeah.
And they know. Now that I've been through it, if I was sitting at that table with all the people, I would already know who's coming in there, who's not.
Yeah.
Really?
Like
Yeah.
even before they sung.
Gotcha.
I'm like, that's
So what do you think the focus is though? Like, is it an aesthetic? Is it like just personality, or is it story, like your background? Like, what do you think it is?
I can't speak for the producers of the show. How you doing? If you're watching this, I know that you guys see me. I'm not going to speak for you guys, but from my experience, if I were to look at the season before mine, my season, and the season after mine, the vibe that I'm picking up is more of it seems like a musical performance type vibe.
Okay.
That they're looking for, like a type of energy that these types of performers are giving. Because the season before mine, I don't feel like I would have fit that season at all. I think I would have stuck out like a sore thumb in season 23. And I feel like season 25 was similar to mine. Spoiler alert, we filmed together. So we all filmed together. So it would be similar.
Really? So they stack it?
That we were the first season they stacked.
Really?
They didn't stack it before.
Oh,
wow. They would do separate, from what I understand.
Right.
They would do them separate, but our season, they flew 2 seasons out. And actually, season 25 got to the hotel before we did.
Oh my goodness, that's crazy.
They were actually there first. Because when I walked in and I was like, oh, who are you guys? And they were like, oh, we're season 25. I was like, oh. I said, are we? And I looked up, I said, are we the first of season 24? And they were like, yeah. It's like, how did we get here last?
Right.
They were already out there.
Damn.
Yeah, they were. They got there like a couple days before us. It was like, it was June. Yeah. And I know that I was like June 9th I got there, and they were there since June 3rd.
How long is the shoot, or at least what you experienced?
Mine was long. Ooh, it was long. I got there in June. We didn't leave. We didn't get to go home till mid-July. We got back there early August, and I didn't come home until like October.
Wow.
Damn.
They do hold you for a while.
Yeah, they hold you for a while.
Really?
Yeah. Was there a break in between the August one? I don't think so.
Are you working all the time during it?
Yeah.
Are you?
You take breaks. No,
Okay.
you take breaks.
Okay.
Yeah. But it gets more intense the higher you get, because your time to learn music is shorter and shorter and shorter.
Right.
Gotcha.
And by the time you get to the lives, it's like they're throwing like themed performances at you.
Yeah.
Tribute performances at you.
Yeah.
And your songs that you're actually supposed to sing. So you could get 3-4 songs and you don't know them.
Right.
When you get to
Yeah, true. Right.
In the beginning, it's great. It's like, we're going to acclimate you to how this works. You have one song. This is how you're going to do it. This is rehearsals. These are vocal coaches, blah, blah, blah. And then the further you get, it's like more and more and shorter and shorter.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you got to be
More and more professional, though.
More professional.
You know, just
But
straight up.
It makes you, like, literally, it sets you up for success.
Yeah, no doubt. I agree.
for
It
sure.
shows you how you're supposed to work.
Yeah.
Especially in that industry. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You know, it's
like
just
that.
like being at the Grammys and something happens. Oh my gosh, Benson Boone, he got sick.
Yeah.
Stee,
Yeah.
you do your hit.
Yeah,
I'm like, oh,
No, that's true.
Let's
Very
go.
true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
You got to
yeah.
pick it up on the flash.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
absolutely.
So that experience, like a little bit of the behind the scenes, what was like the day to day? Like, how did it operate? What do they tell you? How does that look, if you don't mind sharing?
Yeah, I can share that. That's fun. So what we usually do is, first of all, you're not supposed to go too far from the hotel. I
Right.
think we had a 2-mile radius.
Okay.
Oh my goodness.
2 miles. You can't go anywhere past that because we may need you.
Yeah.
So also your day-to-day is you check in at night. You
Okay.
have to call. You have to check in. Make sure you're in your room. And I got in trouble a few times because I forgot. I'm on East Coast time.
Yeah.
So you have to understand I'm asleep.
Yeah.
So my thing was, what I was always, so you just, when you go to sleep, just call and tell them, okay, got it. Because it would be like, I think you have to be in there by a certain time. I'm not going to say what time it is. But you have to be there at a certain time, and I would always be asleep by then. So they'd be like, you didn't call in. I was like, I'm sorry.
At least
you wasn't out
sleeping.
partying
I
or
wasn't
something like that.
partying.
Yeah. There's
I
no
was
video
getting
footage
this
of you
beauty
online
sleep.
doing something silly.
No, I was not falling out of club.
Yeah.
All right?
Okay. Good.
But our day-to-day lives would be, you do actually work with vocal coaches.
Yeah.
Aside from your celebrity coach. So there would be times that you had to do that. You would have to do wardrobe fittings. All these things are in different days.
Yeah.
And unfortunately for the people that would have to go last, like your day would be jam-packed. Like you'd be like, okay, vocal coaching's at the end of the day, but you have to go and do wardrobe right now. You have to go to stage. You have to go, there's a practice stage where we film the practice, and then there's the real stage where we film where you're going to get cut or not.
Oh, wow.
So then you have to do B-roll. And the B-roll is, hi, my name is Stee. I'm from this place.
Right.
You know, when I was young and blah, blah, you know, you have to do that.
Right.
And you do that on sound stages in, Universal Studios. So
Right.
you like your day can be jam packed, and then you could be doing nothing because everybody's doing what you just did.
Yeah, exactly. They're taking
So
their turns.
now you're like, I'm off.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go and do nothing.
So I'm curious because I've watched before in the past.
Yeah.
Do the celebrity coaches, like, are you actually working with them, or is it strictly just for film? Like, is it just for the show? Like that scene that you're seeing, like that you're like working with, like, say you're a celebrity coach, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is it like a short little, like, just 15-minute session where you're just like recording that? Or is it like they're even behind the scenes, even aside from recording, you were actually working with the celebrity coaches?
Two things can be true at once with that question.
Okay.
Yes and no.
Okay.
So the reason that I say yes and no is because I did, okay, like, let's just take John Legend, for instance.
Mm-hmm.
He was my coach.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, cool.
He was my coach. Now, John and I actually do talk, like, outside of The Voice. But when we met each other, it was just filming.
Yeah.
You know, you see John, and what you see of me and John, or me and Gwen, she was also my coach. You know, that's what you see. And I don't talk to them outside of that. But when you record when you do your rehearsals, they get your rehearsals. And they do look over your rehearsals.
Yeah.
And they actually let you know via correspondence what they want you to do. And then you come back to them and we'll film again, and then they will tweak you again. So it works that way. Gotcha. But if you are if you're an artist that the coach really, really like believes in, and I'm not saying that just because a coach isn't talking, this is for contestants, just because coach doesn't talk to you after the show doesn't mean that they don't believe in you. Right. But there are just certain artists that they really, really like latch on.
Yeah, sure. There's vibes on the
right.
You can vibe with somebody.
Then you will continue a professional relationship outside of that, whether it's joining them on stage or, hey man, I've got a great booking agent I want you to meet and I want you to use to get further in your career. Those are the types of things that they do outside of the show. When you're on the show, what you see is the filming.
Okay.
Are they filming like everything and then just kind of selecting, or is there certain things that they're trying to actual film for?
No, they film everything.
They just film everything, right? And then they just pull the good things that happen because things just happen.
Yeah,
they just want to get everything under control.
Yeah, absolutely. It's cool.
Yeah.
No, it makes sense too, because we were even saying, like, with us, a lot of times when we've, like, just the setup, there's crazy stuff that has happened in the past that it was during the setup, it wasn't during the actual shoot of the show, that thank God we had it on tape because we were able to pull from it. You know what I mean? So it's like, if something interesting happened and it was not like specifically the show being like, but the fact that they had that footage, they can still use it.
Absolutely. And those are the special moments.
No, dude, they all,
because they're more authentic.
They're everything.
Real,
right off the cuff. They're just, they're flowing. It's just a good moment,
Absolutely.
And you had to be there. And once it's on film, it's what's up.
Absolutely. Yes.
Now, out of curiosity, do they, with the cut, when they're cutting somebody, do you know ahead of time?
No.
Wow.
No, you don't.
That's
so crazy. They're getting your raw, like, you cut.
So you have no idea. They just like set it up like, hey, we're doing the cut shoot over here, whatever. And you get up on stage and like I'm actually happy to hear that, because then it's a more authentic reaction. You know what I mean?
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't know.
Damn, that's crazy.
No, it sucks. It sucks.
I figured maybe they might like hint at it.
No.
Damn.
No, you have no clue. Like when I won my battle, if you watch it, if you watch it, I'd go like this when John says Stee. I was not acting. I was shocked.
Right.
Damn.
I wasn't shocked that I won because I knew that I was great.
Yeah.
And I love Willie. Willie was my partner. Willie's my brother. That's family. But I knew that I was great, but just because I felt like I was great doesn't mean that.
Oh yeah, of course. Especially like you said, if they're off looking for another vibe, then it's kind of not even whether if you're great or not. Are you great for what they want?
Yeah,
exactly.
Do they feel like they can use you to win the competition?
Right.
Yeah.
And so when John called my name, that was genuine. I had no clue.
That's awesome.
No clue.
I had a question on what about the contestants that are just awful? That are just like, everybody knows they can't sing, but they do make it to stage.
You want to know what's funny? I can honestly say this, and I'm not blowing smoke. There were nobody that was awful.
Oh, okay.
Thank God.
Yeah, everybody could blow. Yeah.
Everybody was really, really good. That's why it sucked when people got cut, because everybody had their unique thing about them.
Right.
And when they would get cut, you'd be like, but he's so good.
Yeah.
You know, she's so great. You know, there were a couple of people that I wasn't shocked that got let go. I mean, during the blinds, not anywhere else in my season, but during the blinds, there were people I kind of knew that they wouldn't make it very far.
Yeah.
But they were awesome,
right?
Awesome people, and they weren't terrible, but they were just. Our season was just stacked. Yeah. I mean. I'm not going to talk about any other seasons. I think that they probably would have fared better in other seasons potentially, but not on ours.
Right.
You know, and it sucks when people go home.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, it really sucks.
I'm sure you do obviously grow a connection, friendship. It's like you're in the trenches together, you know.
Hey man, you're trauma bonding, man.
Yeah, definitely.
Like, no.
Now let me ask you this, to the same accord, were there any people that were like, you know, the type that were there, you know, secretly like, oh, I hope you trip walking up the stairs or something like that. You know what I mean? Like that kind of thing. Like what you would see in the movies. You got that one girl that you know, she wants to dominate.
Yeah, has hatred for everybody.
She's putting like Visine in your coffee, making hopefully you have the shits or something like that. You don't make it to the shooting.
Not on my season.
Okay.
I can't speak for others, but not on my.
Thank God. Not on my season.
Because I mean, at the end of the day, it is a competition.
It is a competition.
So people's competitive edges come out in different forms. You know, some more than others. You know, like
no, not on season 24.
That's awesome. So everyone was really supportive and helpful and stuff like that.
It was good. Camaraderie.
That's good
across the board.
Yeah, I don't remember on any of these seasons people actually like fighting, or I mean, maybe I'm wrong, but
no, you wouldn't see it on TV.
Because you think, but you would think that drama would make for good TV, though.
No, but they don't want that.
Really?
They're very, very, very specific about that.
I actually like that then. I would rather them keep that out.
Yeah, they don't want that. I mean, I think that there's
a family show.
It's a family show, and there's plenty of that. Plenty of that.
Like other shows that
yes,
offer
exactly.
that.
You know, that's why
that's true.
I should have auditioned for Love and Hip Hop.
Hey, you can find all the fights you want on that.
I was gonna say this though. It does seem like once you've made it into the reality television world, right? Or even like something like this, it does seem to open doors. Like I've seen a lot of shows where a lot of other reality, like they started on one reality show, or either they were in a competition show like that, like The Voice or American Idol, and then they end up going on these other shows. Like back in the day, it was like Fear Factor. Now it's like Love and Hip Hop.
I would do that now.
Or you know, would you do that?
I would do it.
They need to bring it back, bro.
I would have done Love Hip Hop. No.
Yeah, right. Thank you.
Although I do love Love Hip Hop.
I do. It's a guilty pleasure, but no. It's funny you talk about that because I actually did run into a young lady who has like a network of casting agents for every single reality show.
No way.
And she was like, so can we get you in the mix? I was like, I don't know.
You don't know if you're there yet?
You have to. I have to be intentional on exactly what I want.
Right. Yes. No. Yeah.
Because if I do want to be a reality star, I could.
Yeah.
I could be. But I don't know if I want to do that.
Yeah.
You know,
I think you do have to tread carefully.
I don't think it's a good look.
Yeah. Especially if you're trying to become a real singer. You know what I mean?
Well, you know, the thing is believe it or not, I mean, it's happened. People have gone from being reality stars to being like taken seriously.
Oh, there are. Yes.
You know, I'm not going to say any names. There's two people in particular I'm thinking of right now. But you can do it. You just need to know how to brand.
But do you see how you just said, I can name two people. How many reality stars have there been?
That's true.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's far and few between. So that's the problem I see with it. And then I also see the money's not very good.
Yeah.
But you get the fame.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So it's bad to have the fame and not the money.
Not the money. I was like, I tell anybody
it's rough.
I could work behind the scenes.
Yeah.
You know, and write for people or do whatever. And I'd always rather have money and be in like not known,
absolutely,
than be famous and broke. Yeah, I can't do that.
Yeah, no,
because then you're selling cars and people are coming,
aren't you,
man?
But I will say this, as an actor, that is like your reality, though.
Right?
You have, like, as an actor, I tell you all the time, like I tell people all the time, get the work. Just get the work.
Yeah.
Because in between jobs can be a long time,
Yeah, for sure.
you know, in acting.
Are you pursuing that too as well?
I did that first.
Oh, really? What was that experience like?
It was great. It was great and not great. I was a kid.
Okay.
I was a kid actor. I played on this show called Creative Clubhouse.
Okay.
Creative Clubhouse was it was like the mid-late 90s.
Oh, wow.
And it was a TV show that came out around the same time as TV shows like Reading Rainbow and Gullah Gullah Island. It was a kids show teaching kids what they could be. So we would have these really cool careers on. Like my favorite episode was a magician came on.
Okay.
He was so cool. And my dad came on as a musician.
Oh, nice.
And that was cool.
Yeah.
We did an episode at Summer Waves. Summer Waves is a water park on Jekyll Island in Georgia. And this is when I knew I shouldn't be a kid actor. I remember we were at Summer Waves and we filmed before the park opened, but our filming lasted so long that the park did open. So you're a kid in the water filming a TV show and you're watching all these families come in and have a great time, and the part of the park you're filming is they're like taped off. I wanted to go play.
Right.
Yeah.
That's all I wanted to do.
Right.
Yeah.
And but I said I wanted to be an actor.
Yeah.
I wanted to be an actor.
Yeah.
I wanted to act. So remember when I said I didn't want to be a singer?
Yeah.
I knew that I wanted to be an engineer, but I said if I'm going to be an artist, I'm going to be an actor.
Yeah.
And my biggest inspiration was Jaleel White. Jaleel White was Steve Urkel.
Oh,
Yeah.
But he was a real, like, even though he did Steve Urkel,
Right.
he was
an actor. Yes.
he was a
You're right.
serious kid.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, sure.
oh my gosh. And he also voiced my favorite video game character of all time, Sonic the Hedgehog.
Oh,
Oh, did he? No,
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
He
What
did.
the hell?
How did
I'm
that happen?
over and gone. That was him.
No kidding.
No way.
Yeah. So
Damn.
he was everything to me.
Oh, he was
Yeah.
big
You know?
back then too.
And I said, oh, I want to do that. I could totally do that. And I was really, really, like, I was really, really cute.
Yeah.
I was really, really funny and charismatic. So it was easy for me to get work.
Yeah.
But man, I wanted to be a kid. I remember going to work, and all of my boys was outside playing, like, play fighting.
Yeah.
Right.
And they one of them ran up there, was like, yo, you coming over? And I had on my wardrobe. I was like, no, I gotta go
Go.
film this
I gotta
show.
go be famous real quick.
Oh man,
Can't mess up my
I can't
face.
mess up.
Yeah.
I already kind of my dad already kind of cut my hair, and I have to
Yeah.
go to the set.
Yeah.
And like they were like, oh man, okay,
Yeah.
we'll see you when we get back.
Yeah.
God, and we would film like 3 episodes.
Yeah. No, that's the
Oh,
trade-off
dang,
though.
yeah.
I'm sure, you know.
You would finish one, and everybody's like, all right, reset. We're
Yeah.
doing it. And then the 3 episodes we would film, they would air them like 2 weeks apart, and then we would film more, and those would be aired in between the ones we filmed.
Gotcha.
Oh, damn.
Wow.
So it was like staggered.
It was like staggered.
Okay.
Wow, interesting.
Oh, it sucked.
Yeah. How long were shoots? Like the whole.
They were so long.
Acting's like all day.
It's all day. It was
All-
a TV show.
all
like,
day.
yeah.
All that way.
It was like,
Man.
it was all day.
Yeah.
And we were kids, man. I don't
Yeah,
know.
exactly.
I don't know. We should. I think my shoots were like, I can't even remember. It was that like this. We're talking about 1996. Like I don't.
Yeah. They didn't have like the labor laws in place. Yeah. You could,
Yeah.
squeeze.
But for acting, man, they go around all them things
Yeah,
for whatever
yeah.
reason. They just,
Yeah.
They just yeah.
you 1099 here.
Yep.
Exactly.
No, that's.
You want to be here or not?
Yeah.
Because there's
Yeah.
20 other ones that
Yeah,
want to be
no,
here.
It
that's
was
what
a
they
lot
play
of
on.
kids.
All right, fine.
It was
Oh,
a lot
yeah.
of kids.
Yeah.
But you started moving up in the ranks on the show because this kid can really sing.
Yeah.
You know, I remember we did an episode and it was like in promotion or it had something to do with the movie Pocahontas.
Okay.
Disney coming out.
Mm.
And I had to do the Colors of the Wind song.
Oh, sick.
okay.
I love that song.
Yeah, it's a great song.
Yeah.
And even doing that, I remember we were outside and there was like a live audience.
Oh, wow.
I was so scared. I was so scared. I told you I didn't want to sing.
Yeah. And I remember you
But
sang the stage
on
fright.
I
Yeah.
sang on the show.
Nice,
But I
yeah.
wanted to act.
Right.
Right.
So yeah, it was a great experience.
And honestly, I think, at least what they say is you kind of have to have the trifecta of like sing, dance and act. Yeah.
And I did all those things.
Oh, nice.
I did all those things. Yeah.
Were you involved in like drama in high school or anything
No.
like that? No. So you're out of all that.
No.
Okay.
Look, when it came to anything musical, count me out. Like I was like, I don't want to be in a music class.
Gotcha.
And I never, like a lot of the music teachers never even knew I could sing.
No kidding.
So by the time I got to high school, the acting was so long ago that no one knew about it. And when I got to high school, I was already in the music industry.
Yeah.
I still didn't tell anybody. I remember I let the cat out of the bag a little bit, and my principal found out, and she was like, I had to do something, and she was like, I won't entertain it unless he's got paperwork and this and that. And so I stopped telling people what I was doing. I was like, yeah, we going on family vacation.
Right.
And so that was
None
no
of
one
your
knew.
business. Yeah.
No one knew. I was opening up for major label artists by 10th grade. And kids in school didn't even know.
Just know, yeah.
They didn't know.
Still, it's probably back to that fame thing. Like, man, sometimes it's just better they don't.
It is.
Because that's when drama just comes. You know,
Yeah,
especially high school,
then you get
immaturity.
bullied.
All of it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's the mom that opened up V2K.
Right.
You think you somebody?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. No, the hater. That's when the haters come out. The woodwork.
Yeah, especially them high school haters. It's different.
People always said, "Oh, wasn't it cool being a kid actor? Didn't kids think you were cool?" I was like, "No,
Yeah.
no, they didn't."
Yeah, it's. I don't think the cool factor comes until like if you're like an established like adult actor,
Right.
You know what I mean,
That's when it's like, oh, that's so cool.
Yeah.
Back then it was like, he sings like a girl. 'Cause
Right.
That's what they used to say.
No, yeah.
I was a boy soprano. So I could literally sing like Whitney Houston,
Okay.
Mariah Carey
Dang,
song.
okay.
It was a party trick. There's a part in the movie Sister Act 2 where the kid sings, he says, when Jesus was.
Yeah.
I used to do that all the time, and kids would be like, oh my God, how did you do that? You know, but once my voice changed, all that was gone. Yeah.
When did your voice end up changing? 13? 14?
Yeah. I had to like relearn how to sing.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And I sucked. I went from being like this kid that can make you cry to like, get him out of here. Yeah, I'd had a brand new voice. It was like God took my voice out and gave me a new one.
Yeah.
I was like, dang, I got to work this thing again.
That was kind of like the same thing
You got a
they
good
were.
voice, though. It's very strong.
Thank
Radio
you.
Voice,
Yeah.
you got a
Thank
good
you.
voice,
Yeah.
so.
I should have been on radio.
You could.
You want a
do have voice
podcast?
for it.
Next best thing.
Exactly.
No, because listening to it, I mean, if you were to like close your eyes and listen to it, it is a very distinguishable voice. You know what I
Yes.
mean, so I think it would work well for radio.
I'm very,
Or podcast.
I should have had like a, welcome to Quiet Storm, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, man, that's literally what I'm thinking. That's what I hear when you say
Yeah.
it.
Way back.
Yep. Let's take it back. Little Barry White. No, that's gone.
So let me ask you this: with the acting thing, like now that you know have had some exposure on TV and stuff, is it something that you're thinking about maybe venturing back into, or is right now the focus strictly the album, the career in music, and trying to establish yourself?
Honestly, acting scares the shit out of me now.
Really? Why
I'm
is that?
scared. Because what happens is, as a kid, you don't have any like, you're not thinking about what anybody's thinking about.
Right, the judgment, the
Even when like the director's talking to you or whatever, and can we try something new? You're just like, yeah.
Right.
You know, you sound like freaking Toad from Mario. Yeah.
Yeah.
But now, yeah, I'm way too in my head to be an actor. Way too in my head. And I've been asked to do things that I'm just like, nah.
Yeah.
Because, you know, you do something, you believe in it, and then the director's like, no.
Right.
Or the director's like, no.
Yeah.
And then you close up.
Yeah.
And now I've been hired to do this movie for $30,000 in the beginning, you know, $50,000. And it's a pretty big role that could get you your next role.
Yeah.
But now I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it because you just told me I sucked, and I did something I believed. That was a real choice.
Yeah.
Right.
And then somebody's like, yeah, well, that's a choice. They make you feel stupid about it.
Yeah.
I'm not built for that right now.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? I commend you for being real enough with yourself to acknowledge that, because I think people would still try to venture and like do it, and then it would end up being more detrimental to them in the long term because they're going to be broken in that moment of that judgment. You know, because I'm low-key kind of the same way, man. Like if I do something and I have my heart behind it and my passion behind it, and in my head I'm like, I think people are going to like this. You know what I mean? And then for someone to be like, yikes, you know what I mean? Like that is not what we're looking for, and it's just like, whoa, what? Like I thought I was dope, bro. What you talking about? You know what I mean? So yeah, that would be very devastating.
I will counter that by saying one or two things are going to happen. Either you're going to fold in that moment, or something incredible is going to happen. I'll give you a great example.
Yeah.
Will Smith. So there's an episode of Will Smith, of Fresh Prince, where he's doing the scene where his dad comes back, and his dad has been out of his life for a while,
Right.
and so. Uncle Phil is looking at his dad like, man, why would you?
Yeah.
Why
That
would
was
you
the
come
biggest
back?
one. Yeah.
So the scene where he's talking about his dad and he's like, oh, I don't need him.
Yeah.
Well, Will actually did the scene and messed it up
Really?
first, and he was upset with himself. And here he is, he's sitting in front of the actor who plays Uncle Phil. As soon as I was about to say his name, it slipped my got his name literally in the moment.
It was James something.
Yes.
Yeah.
So he's an actor.
True. Yeah.
Yeah, he's an actor.
Like theater.
Yes.
Yeah.
And Will he's I'm trying to, this is a deep scene. And, he says, he says him that, just do it again.
Yeah.
Do it again. And Will like screamed after. He was like, ah.
Yeah.
So then he comes back and he does it again.
Yeah.
And he does the tears. And he gets
That was such a powerful
Yeah.
one, man.
Yeah,
It's
I
like,
even remember that episode.
that's why when you said it, I'm like, oh yeah, I remember that one.
That was such
And
a powerful one.
the actor that played Uncle Phil, he said, now that's acting.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what could happen.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
But I'm not ready right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. I definitely think that I could do it though.
But it sounds too like it sounds like your passion is more so focused on the music and the singing.
Yes. Well, the music and the singing is what I've invested so much time in.
Right.
now,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and I've built a career in music.
Yeah.
And so with that, I just feel like we have a ball that's rolling.
Exactly.
And I'd rather just continue to push this instead of like getting this little donut and trying to push this.
Right.
Momentum is a mother,
It
you know.
is.
Let that mother roll.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I told my barber, his name's Al. He's actually an actor for real.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so he cuts my hair and then he does commercials and movies and stuff.
Nice.
So he's been in films that have been on the big screen. But I told him straight up, I said, the only way I'm gonna get into acting, he was like, how? I said, somebody's just gonna have to see me and be like, yo, I think I want to hire you for this movie.
Yeah.
Right. And that'll be the only way that I could like get back in. Because if you telling me to audition, right, I'm done.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm done.
Yeah.
I've done it.
that for it.
I've been auditioning for a very long time in the music world.
Yeah.
If you want me to be in your movie, if you see my vibe and you're like,
Right.
yeah, you'll be perfect, call me.
All right, there we
Just
go.
call me.
Let's facilitate.
Yeah. And then I'll probably be like, okay, let's do this.
Yeah. And then I think after you get some, like we said, momentum with
Yeah.
it, it can kind of go
And
from
then
there.
acting is something I take as serious as singing.
Yeah.
Yeah. If I'm gonna do it, I don't want to half-ass anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
That was actually something I was really trying to pursue when I was younger to myself. When I was in high school, I wanted to pursue acting. Like I really was doing everything I could to set myself up for it. But I had a story with my family and my culture. They were just not very like pro. Yeah, they're not supportive of that kind of like dream or whatnot. But it's funny because Tim's buddy, he has a buddy, Sebastian Siegel, he's a director, and he was on the cover of Men's Fitness for like 9 years as well.
Crap.
And he just shot a movie called Grace and Grit. So I always joke with Tim, like, yo, when we have him on, I'm gonna give him like an audition, like a little monologue to try to get him to bring me onto a movie. But I mean, I think just like music, do you think there is a difference in like how hard it is to make it in the respective careers?
I think they're the exact same.
Yeah, that's what I feel.
In my experience, they're the exact same.
Yeah.
And I always say they're the same difference.
Yeah.
So there's a slight difference between them, but the industries and the things that you face are the same.
Yeah.
It's interesting to me though that I find that a lot of actors really like want to try singing.
Yeah.
And want to try singing. They think that the music career is cool.
Yeah.
Like it looks cool. It does look cool.
Bro.
But I'd be telling them all the time, I said, you know what you went through to get, in all those movies, it's the same thing.
Right. Yeah. The auditions, the nose, rejection,
the funny business.
Yeah. That I want to ask you about that too, but I think the reason why the people are, you have like that type of view as far as actors wanting to be like singers and artists, and even like you hear like basketball players want to be rappers and vice versa. You know what I mean?
Yes, exactly.
I think it's
and rappers want to be actors.
Exactly. I think the part of it for music is the aspect of the adulation from the crowd. Because when you're an actor, you might go to a premiere and you have people cheering, you know, outside, but you're in front of 50,000 people and they're screaming your name. That energy, because when you're doing your job as an actor, you're like on a set. There's probably like 12 people around, 20 people around. They're not there cheering you on. They're just there to, you know, record the act, the whatever, the scene, right? So you're not getting that like cheer and that hooray, you know. But when you're a singer on stage, like you hear like it's like a drug, you know, like that adrenaline.
But that's also why I tell actors, man, you know, if you really want to act, go on stage.
Yeah.
Go on stage.
Theater?
Yes.
Yeah.
Do theater for real.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
You know, because you will, it's the performance. The performance is different. The vibe is different every night.
Mm-hmm.
So that's like an adrenaline rush every time.
Sure.
Acting on stage and acting on film is like, even the technique is different.
Yeah.
The technique
big time.
is different.
Yes.
Your
Deliveries and everything.
yeah. Acting is big. The person in the back needs to see you. So your acting needs to be big.
Yeah.
And on screen it needs to be subtle.
Right.
It needs to be so subtle. Like I need to see like the twitch of your eye.
Yeah.
To know something's going on.
Exactly. Yeah.
It has to. So the techniques are even different.
Finesse. Yeah.
See why I'm not trying to do it?
Yeah.
I mean, I know how to do all that in music.
Right.
Like if you said, "Oh, I want you to do a pop song," I could do a pop song. Now I need you to do a ballad. Okay, this one's like you know, this song, you know, I want you to project that you're feeling it, but don't say it. Yeah. And I know exactly how to do that. Yeah. Like I know how to make the song. Maybe my voice needs to be airy. Yeah. Instead of belting it or whatever. I know how to do it. In music, I can do it with my eyes closed.
Do you feel like you got that from your parents, or was it just self-taught?
I'm not going to say that I'm not going to say it's self-taught. I think that the experience or life experience teaches you it. How to put it in your art. Right. You know, I'll say my techniques they're definitely from my parents, but they didn't teach me like a traditional, like it wasn't like sit down, we're going to do this, you know? Yeah. My parents they're so chill. Like they are so chill.
They sound like it.
Yeah. So I would just be singing something and I would be probably singing on my throat instead of singing from my diaphragm. And they would just come here. I'm in the house and I'm just singing a song. Come here. Are you singing on your throat? I say, yeah. Okay, stand still. Sing. And they push it. That's where you need to sing from. Now.
So little tips and tricks like that.
Literally, go away.
But that's also all you need to hear.
That's all I need to hear.
You know what I mean? It's like simple and to the
they
point.
weren't like helicopter parents in that regard. Man, I think that's a blessing, brother.
A little bit.
Yeah, I think that's a blessing.
Not even a little bit.
Yeah.
They were the type of parents that you would just do your own thing and they would hear you doing your own thing and they just be like, yeah, they're just doing their thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, they had too many. My parents, I never had in like with show parents, like the parents that wanted to do this and living by, they had careers.
Right.
They didn't need me to do anything.
Right.
Yeah.
Nope.
And that's the best.
Mm-hmm.
Take all that pressure off you.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, I knew kids as a kid actor that were acting and they didn't want to.
Exactly.
Yeah, and their parents
That's
are like,
what I was
no,
gonna
you're doing
say
it.
is you doing it on your own, finding the love for it on your own, it's stronger. And it's like you're more committed, more passionate about it. When you're forced into it, like when a parent is the type to be like, you're going to act, you're going to sing, it's like that person ends up resenting the art.
Oh, yeah, everything. I had a kid that I knew back in the day and he got big. I'm not going to say his name or anything, but he got big roles. He quit. Like when I was doing my little TV show, he was doing like big movies. Yeah. And he quit and man, he's like working for cruise ships, man.
Wow.
Right.
Like not working on them, but like in the office.
Right.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Oh yeah, these are our numbers and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Like, and I told him I was like, yeah, I did the voice. He was like, why?
He over it.
Yeah. He's like, you're still in the industry.
Yeah.
He's like, man, what happened to you? Like doing the engineering thing, man. He said, like, let's go and like make some fucking trains. Yeah, he dry heaves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, he's like, I'm glad for your success. He said, ugh.
Yeah.
You know, and I get it.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Oh yeah, it's understandable. Yeah, it really is.
Trust me.
So speaking of The Voice, back to The Voice. What was kind of like for you in that experience? Was there any moments that stood out to you that are going to be like man, when I'm 95 years old in my deathbed, God forbid, hopefully it's even longer you're on this earth.
Right.
But just in that moment, you're going to look back and be like, I'll never forget that. I'll never forget that.
Yeah, I think that the biggest thing, okay, I'll make it about me. I make everything about everybody else. I'll make it about me.
Shit.
I did the knockout round.
Yeah.
Which the knockout round is the third round for everybody. It goes blinds, battles, knockouts. I did what I say, knockoffs, knockouts. The feedback I got after the knockout performance is what I'll never forget. That was the peak moment for me as a performer in my experience on the show. It was like I was the closest to showing who I really was as an artist on the show at that moment.
Yeah.
Nice.
And even the banter I had with the coaches was great. It was just, I'll never forget that. I remember thinking, I said, now this is why I auditioned.
Right. Yeah.
You
That's
know?
a good feeling, I'm sure.
The moments before that were okay. The moment after that was okay. But that was I said, now you guys get to see kind of what I am, because this really isn't even who I am still. But this is, now you're getting me.
Yeah.
You know? And that's the moment I'll never forget. Even the clothes I wore, I loved the like it was like a greenish, bluish suit. And I looked great. And the song was performed great. You know, I was like in my bag. Like I was
That's what's up.
you know,
Yeah, definitely.
Before
It's a good
that, I
feeling.
was like a fish out of water.
Yeah.
You know, and even after that, I was like really a fish out of water. I was like,
Yeah.
I did okay. You know, I did what needed to be done.
Yeah.
But that knockout round,
Yeah.
that was a chef's kiss moment for me.
Nice, man. That's dope.
That
That's
was
dope.
the best thing, like, of TV.
Yeah.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
I can't wait to.
And the fact that you have it on film, you know what I mean? Like you have it forever.
I have it forever.
Yeah, that's
And
amazing.
I look at it probably like once a year, and I'm just like, God.
Shoot, I look at it once a day.
Yeah, I know. I like to stay away from it,
Yeah.
you know,
I
but,
feel it.
you know, I like, because I want to go back to it and be like,
Right.
you know, it'd be like a
Yeah, it means
nostalgia.
something. Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
But yeah, that was my moment.
That's
Knockouts.
amazing. Now, so before we wrap, there's a segment of the show that we do with guests, and I'll get to that. But before we wrap, I have like a 2-parter question.
Okay.
I got a question too.
Yeah.
Okay.
What do you feel like? How has your life changed since being on that show? Whether it's, you know, professional career wise or personally, like what's been the change since then?
I can't just say what I want anymore. That sucks. There's a lot of things that I think and that I feel that are very, very, very valuable. I have a great sense of like things that I would love to say or put out there in the world about what's going on.
Right.
But I don't because I choose to let my art bring people together instead of talk about what's going on.
Yeah.
Everybody's talking about what's going on.
I just feel like I don't need to add.
plenty of that.
Yeah.
But damn, I want to.
I know, man. Right now is a time of opinion, man, because it is.
Yeah. But the thing is about my opinion is very, very founded in a lot of historical facts and experiences. So yeah, I feel like I have a lot to bring to that, but I just decided to allow all of my energy to be nothing but the positive.
Yeah.
And I think that that's great.
It is, yeah.
But I do remember before this, man, I would just be like, you know what?
Yeah.
This is what it is.
Right.
You need to listen to this.
Yeah.
I don't do any of that.
Yeah.
Like not even an ounce. Yeah, just I keep it real. Not that I'm like keeping it mute.
Right.
But I use my energy to combat things
Yeah.
in the positive way.
Right. Gotcha.
You know, which is I think that that's incredible to do as well.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
because it's necessary.
It takes discipline too to keep your mouth shut because, man, everything just wants to come out because,
Yeah.
I mean,
And especially when people have an opinion about like things that you're doing, you know, I don't even say anything, man. That's hard.
yeah.
And I'm a quips guy and I'm good. I will roast you and be real good. Like I'll say and I won't even apologize.
Right.
I said what I said.
Mm-hmm.
I keep it quiet.
Yeah.
So that's my major thing. It has nothing to do with the fame or the popularity. It's that part.
Right.
I just feel like, dang, man, I just want to say what I want to say, but
Yeah. No, it makes sense too. Business wise, you have to tread carefully.
Yeah.
It could shift your reputation.
You want to know what's funny about you saying the business part? That's actually not even the first thing I think.
Really?
The first thing I actually think is actually how people feel when they come to my shows and how people say, oh my gosh, I needed this. Or my mom passed away. She loved you on The Voice. Or, you know, Stee, every time I see your post, man, I need a Stee video. And that's the first thing I think. I'm like, you know what? If that's what people are getting from you and if that's what's feeding people and that's what you can provide, then just do that.
Yeah.
You know?
Because if you voice, there's going to be 50% go one way and 50% go the other way.
Yeah.
You know? And so you're going to lose those people to those, you know, your opinions are going to sway them from like either not following you or not coming to you for
and
those
you know
moments.
what? That's cool, but also that lands more on the business side of things.
It does, true. Yeah.
I'm an unapologetic person. So if I said a thing that made you go somewhere, I probably wanted you to. Just being honest.
Yeah.
And that's why I decided to switch my focus and purpose to that person that came to my show and said, you made me feel great. And I'm like, you know what? Well, if I can just make you feel great with my abilities, then I'm just going to stick to doing that all the time.
Yeah. No, that's great.
And allow people that, you know, have a profession in making their voices heard about whatever issue it is. I'm not saying it, I'm not even talking about political issues. I'm just talking about talking, conversing.
Yeah.
Sure.
I'll let them do that. And I'll be the person that does what I do best, which is really change people's like days and like for somebody to come up to me and say, yeah, I came to your show and this was me and you in 2022. I came to your show and I'm looking at them like, oh shoot. I said, damn, I wish I was thin like that again. But they're like, we're back again and you haven't lost it at all. And I'm just like, oh man.
That's right. Yeah.
This is what it's about.
Right, right.
So I just make sure that that's the reason I'm being quiet.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
I feel it.
I was going to ask, where are you doing shows at?
Oh, so this is the cool thing. We have the family has a restaurant called Kind of Blue.
Okay.
And it's on Hilton Head Island. And we actually, because Hilton Head, Bluffton, South Carolina, all of them, was such a great support system for us, we made sure that we do a show there every week.
Gotcha. Awesome.
Every week we do a show. It's on a Friday or a Thursday or a Friday. And we do shows. My dad has this sign up and it says, oh, it's me on it with the voice. I'm like, will you take that down? But people are like, yeah, that's the
exactly. It's good marketing,
so it's great. You know. But where I do shows, I'm actually doing shows all over the country.
Oh yeah, nice.
I'm trying to get overseas. I have a pretty solid fan base in Sao Paulo, Brazil.
Nice.
And there's a need for me in Japan.
Nice.
So I really want to do those.
Yeah.
But I do shows with a lot of the Voice alumni. We do joint shows. I did a show with another 4-chair turn. His name's Dylan Carter. We did something called The Local Voice. We're doing another show this month in Charleston, South Carolina.
Nice.
I think I'm going to do a show. I did a show in Oregon with Jackie Rohr. She was a top 4.
Okay.
We did a joint show together.
That's awesome.
I'm all over the place, man.
Yeah,
That's
what's awesome.
Exposure. Right?
Yeah.
Getting
And these people actually, and when I did the show in Oregon, I've never been to Oregon before. But to do a show in Oregon and have people be like, I saw you on there too. And they're like, we loved you. And I'm like, I didn't even know I had fans out here. And Jackie's like, yeah, dummy, you have fans everywhere.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, you know.
No, I can feel that, man.
You don't look at yourself that
No,
way.
exactly. That's the thing. Exactly. You don't see
you're
yourself
just like,
that.
I'm here. And they're like, and I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
You know, so it's cool.
No, that's a bet. I bet.
Yeah.
I bet. That's awesome.
I love
man.
performing.
Well, we'll go ahead and wrap, but I want this last segment is a fun little segment that we do with our guests. Give me 1 second, let me pull it up. So this is the CVP speed round. So what it is pretty much is we're gonna put you in the hot seat. We're gonna put you in the hot seat, and
for this segment,
I got 21 questions. Yeah, I would if I were you.
21 questions.
21 questions. You answer. You're not thinking, my friend. You are just answering the first thing that comes to head. Make sense?
All right.
All right.
Good luck.
Good. All right, CVP speed round. Stee, the one and only Stee. Studio or stage?
Stage.
Writing or performing?
Performing.
Acoustic or auto-tune?
Acoustic.
Soul or pop?
Soul.
Hooks or verses?
Verses.
Late night sessions or early morning inspiration?
Late night sessions.
Grammys or sold out tour?
Sold out tour.
Freestyle or written out lyrics?
Freestyle.
In-ear monitors or live speakers blasting?
In-ear monitors, please.
Headphones or studio monitors?
Headphones.
Collaborator or go solo?
Collaborator.
R&B or hip hop influence?
Oh, that's a hard one.
R&B.
R&B, okay. Crowd energy or perfect mix?
Crowd energy.
Raw emotion or technical perfection?
Raw emotion.
Raw emotion, pick check. All right, mic check or vocal warm up?
Mic check.
Major label or independent grind?
Independent grind.
TikTok snippet or full album drop?
Full album drop, please.
Love song or heartbreak anthem?
Heartbreak anthem.
Sing in the shower or hum in the car?
Sing in the shower.
End on a high note or fade out smooth?
Fade out smooth.
Hey.
And the last question, this is the most important question. We ask this to every guest. Kobe or Jordan?
Kobe.
My man. We got a little thing going on. He's Jordan, I'm Kobe. I'm pretty sure it's like 4-1.
I think so.
I'm pretty sure it's 4-1.
That's your guest you bring on.
I want to thank you for that. Steve. I want to thank you for that, brother. Made my life. Come on,
I get it.
Before we go though, Steve, where can fans reach out to you? Anyone watching? Where can they get the album? Where can they find you on socials? What are your tags? Please, all that.
So first thing first, you can find everything at www.steemusicworld.com. Everything's there. The social media is there. I have a Stee store. That's where you can buy the physical copy of my album About You, available right now. But just to give you socials, Instagram is at Stee Music. Facebook is at Stee Music. TikTok is at Stee Music 10. And I think YouTube is at Stee Music 10 as well. Yes.
All right, we'll take it.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
All right.
Thank you.
And that'll be a wrap on Clear Views. Till next time, guys.
Good stuff.
Thank you, brother. That was amazing.
Yeah, man. You're great, man.